Okay, fifth graders, you know what? Before we do 8-7, or before you guys do it, I want to make sure you know how to convert a mixed number, and most of you know that this is a mixed number, a whole number along with a fraction. That's a mixed number, and hopefully you know what an improper fraction is. That's when the numerator, that's the number on top, is larger than the denominator, the number on the bottom. So it's an improper fraction. And then a proper fraction would just simply be something like 5/8, where the numerator, again the number on top, is smaller than the denominator. But we're talking about mixed numbers here, and in 8-7 whoops, I didn't want to do that. In 8-7 here, you're going to be multiplying mixed numbers. And so a lot of you guys may not know how to do that. And to do that, you have to convert them into a improper fraction. And let me show you how to do that. And so that's all this lesson is going to be. I don't actually want you to do 8-7. Don't do 8-7 yet. Okay? Don't do it. I'm going to assign some problems down below, and that's your only work you have to do. Anyway, so let's look at this here. Let's look at number 1. Or the first example, rather. How do I turn 1 1/2 into a improper fraction? It's really simple. You multiply the denominator, all right, by the whole number. So 2 times 1 is what? 2. And then you add the numerator. So you multiply first, and then you add second. Maybe I should even just write that. That might help you guys. So multiply, and then you add. So 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, and the denominator stays the same, 2. So 3 over 2 is the same thing as 1 1/2. Well, can I prove that? I sure can. This is an improper fraction now. And so if I wanted to convert that to a mixed number, how many times does 2 go into 3? 2 goes into 3 once. What's left over? 1. And the denominator stays the same. And look at that. We have a match. All right? Let's look at the second example. Remember, you multiply first, and then you add the denominator. Add the numerator. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. That means 8 over 3. All right? Now, if I wanted to convert it back and kind of prove to you what's going on here, 3 goes into 8 how many times? It goes in twice. That would be 6. There's 2 left over, and the denominator stays the same. And look at that. It's the same thing. Let's do another one. How about 4 2/5? If I needed to change that into an improper fraction, remember, you multiply first and add next. Add the numerator next. So 5 times 4 is 20, plus 2 is 22 over what? 5. The denominator stays the same. Now, if I needed to convert that back, I could look at it as how many times does 5 go into 22 without going over? 5, 10, 15, 20. That's going to be 4 times. There's 2 left over, and the denominator stays the same. And look at that. We have a match. All right, one more. And then I'm going to have you guys do these 1 through 10 down below. That'll be your only homework. So, yay, easy day. How nice is that? So do that one on your own. 12 2/3. See if you can do that one. Maybe pause the video and think about it. All right. Assuming you paused the video and actually tried it, 3 times 12 is what? 36. Plus 2 is 38, so it's going to be 38 over what? 3. Because the denominator stays the same. Notice in each one of these, the denominator stays the same. Each one of them. Okay? So if I needed to convert that back into a mixed number, I would say to myself, well, how many times does 3 go into 38? Well, 3 times 12 is 36, so I know it would be 12. What's left over? 2, and the denominator stays the same. All right? So that's how you convert mixed numbers into improper fractions. And the reason I showed you how to do this is because if you need to multiply mixed numbers, for example, I'll just come right over here. Let's say I had to multiply 1 1/2 times 1 1/2. I can't do that. I need to convert them into improper fractions. Well, as you learned, 1 1/2 is the same as 3 over 2. So that would be 3 over 2 times 3 over 2. And then what? Then you just multiply straight across. Even though they're improper fractions, you still solve them the same way. All right, we can't do any cross canceling, so 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 2 is 4. So 9 over 4. So the answer is an improper fraction. Now I could convert that into a mixed number. 4 goes into 9, what? Twice, with 1 left over. 2 1/4. All right? So 1 1/2 times 1 1/2 is 2 1/4. All right, so here's your homework. Excuse me, brief as it is. I want you guys to convert 1 through 10. These right here. Convert each one of those into an improper fraction. And I wanted to make sure you know how to do that before we jumped into 8-7. So that's your only homework. And that's it. Let me erase this. Whoops. Oh well. Write an equation to model your work. All right. And I'm going to end this video here.